Hi, I'm Dr. Sulata Shenoy, Psychologist and Director, Turning Point, Centre for Psychological Assessments, Therapies and Counseling, Jayanagar, Bengaluru. Food and mood. What is common between the two? Not only the last three letters are the same, but also a whole host of what we eat is very impactful on our mental health. Now we all know the relationship between food and physical parameters. So we know what to eat to put on weight, we know how we can lose weight, we know what will build muscle, what will increase fat. All these things are now more and more common, and a lot of health conscious people have understood that food is very important for physical fitness and to have a good body. But what is the relationship between food and mind has only recently been discussed and developed. In fact, they are finding that what we eat has a lot to do with our mood states, our anxiety, and a whole host of things. So the first one obviously is nutrition. So what we eat should be nutritious and it should be wholesome, and it should have all the required proteins, carbohydrate, micronutrients, a little bit of fat content, what is required for our brains, because brain also, remember, it's an organ of the body and it requires as much nutrition as the body. So that is a given. Now there is a lot of talk about what you might have heard as the healthy gut. That is, our gastrointestinal tract is often referred to, would you believe, as the second brain. That is, it impacts as much. And how it does is that it is the storehouse, or it is where production of millions of bacteria is taking place, and some of these are also mood altering, such as serotonin and dopamine, which are very important for us to feel good or to have a healthy and balanced mental status. So the gut theory now, you might have heard about it or you can read up about it, places a lot of importance on what goes inside the body and how it impacts our mental status. Now what do we need to avoid? Let me first come to that. We need to avoid sugars. We need to avoid excess salt, all the packaged and all the processed foods. Because if you take for example sugar, you will have inexplicably a sugar rush. It gives you a lot of energy and then there's a sudden crash. So this could lead to a lot of mood swings in itself. So one moment you just had your chocolates and your sugars and you are on a high, and then you are on a low. So to avoid such mood swings, you need to take care about your diet. So these are the things that you need to avoid. And sadly, today we have an abundance of the wrong kind of food. Okay, we have forgotten how our ancestors lived with very frugal, very limited, but very wholesome kind of meals were taking place. Now we practically eat throughout the day and the night, and what we goes in is not necessarily the best of foods. So what should we concentrate on? We should concentrate on whole food, okay, that is whole grains, as much unprocessed, as much unpolished, millets, rice, wheat, whatever you are eating, it should be in the natural form as far as possible. Then you should be very careful to include a lot of fiber. Fiber helps you to absorb, your body and your mind to absorb the sugars slowly, so that you avoid this sugar rush. And then you need to look at magnesium, you need to look at vitamin D, get a lot of sunlight. You need to look at vitamin B12. On all of this, let me remind you, you need not have to go to very exotic kind of food. Go back to what we were naturally eating few decades earlier. That is, if you are fond of ragi or you are fond of wheat, as unprocessed, the millets have now gained their rightful recognition nowadays. Dry fruits, natural fruits, just washed, okay, not necessary to dip them in ice cream or sugar or cream or anything, just natural fruits, vegetables in as their raw or their slightly cooked form without too much of masala or oil. All these will impact on your, not only your body but also the mind.